Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex, and I have some of the updates from around the land of smiles from the Thaiger for you today. Starting with our first story, and that's that Thai is responding to allegations from MFP regarding the new digital wallet currency plan. So the Thai government has launched a counterstrike against the Move Forward Party's, or MFP's, allegations over its 10,000 baht digital money handout scheme, which has faced criticism for potentially backtracking on promises of financial assistance. Prime Minister Srettha responded to MFP Deputy Leader Kun Sirakanya critique, urging not to politicize the government's effort to improve living standards. The government plans to borrow 500 billion baht for the scheme, but Sirakanya fears that it could breach constitutional and financial laws. In contrast, Thai Party spokesperson Kun Donapurn highlights the scheme's necessity for economic stimulation. The handout targets individuals earning below 70,000 baht monthly and holding less than 500,000 baht in savings, aiming to boost grassroots level spending. Despite concerns about its constitutionality and focus, the government and Thai MP see it as a critical step in revitalizing the economy and increasing public confidence. Yeah, this is, it's a big scheme. I was always, as an economics teacher, I'm a big fan of stimulus because basically when you give money to the poorer people in society, they take that money and they go spend it. That gets the GDP going, that creates jobs, doing all that stuff. This is as opposed to, giving tax breaks to job creators, things like that. When rich people, like my example I give to people, if you give Bill Gates $1,000, what's he going to do? That's going to go onto his pile of gold. He's never going to use it. But if you give $1,000 to a homeless person, that homeless person's going to go out and use it almost immediately. So in principle, this should be a good concept, giving money to the lower end of society in Thailand. However, the implementation and the practical aspects of this policy are still in question. So we'll see how it all unfolds. All right, now let's move on to our next story. So a brawl between two youth gangs in Pattaya has led to several injuries. So a conflict erupted on Pattaya Beach in Banglamung, Chonburi, leading to a Pattaya City police responding to the scene at around 2:30 a.m. They found several individuals injured with 2 minor wounds. A friend of one of the victims reported that their group of about 10 was attacked by a rival youth group with whom they had prior disagreements. The confrontation escalated into a physical fight. Upon arrival, the police called a rescue team which provided immediate medical aid and transported the victims to a hospital. The Pattaya police have committed to a thorough investigation and legal action against the aggressors, whose identities and custody status remain undisclosed. Youths getting into a brawl. That's not good. Come on, guys, get it together. This is always a big thing. When you get this is why jobs are important a lot of the time. Young men who are bored and have nothing to do in groups together, the mob mentality kicks in and fists start flying. So hopefully the police will slap these kids on the wrist and it won't be happening again anytime soon. Stay safe out there. Don't get into brawls. All right. On to our next story. This one's a bit of a shocker. So during a scrap metal sort, an old artillery shell went off, causing several injuries. So in Kanchanaburi province, an unexpected explosion of a large artillery shell injured 3 people. The incident occurred as a couple who bought scrap metal were sorting through their collection, unaware of the explosive device among the scrap. The 66-year-old homeowner was also injured. Emergency responders, including an explosive ordnance disposal unit, provided immediate medical care and transferred the victims to a hospital. The couple, Yupin and Kraison, were scrap buyers in the area, and the artillery shell was part of their recent purchase. The homeowner, Kun Sanit, mentioned that locals often collected shells from a nearby military training ground, but this was the first explosion. After the incident, the EOD team found and safely disposed of additional unexploded shells at the site. Authorities have since warned locals against collecting such shells and advised reporting any sightings for safe removal by professionals. Well, that's horrifying. Buying scrap metal is a pretty standard practice. People they melt it down. They use it for all sorts of different industrial processes, even for art. So you're usually hoping that when you go and make that kind of scrap metal purchase that there aren't explosives in it. What a weird, strange concept, though, that there are artillery shells that people are going to collect and bringing in for these scrap metal deliveries. Stay safe. Fortunately, nobody seriously injured, just a few minor injuries through this. But yeah, be careful if you're in that market. All right, now moving on to our next story. So there is a new policy proposed to implement breathalyzer tests in nightlife hotspots around the country. Let's see how that'll work out. So the Thai Ministry of Public Health, led by Minister Kun Chonan, plans to propose a policy requiring nightclubs and bars in selected zones to administer alcohol breathalyzer tests to customers and arrange transportation for those too intoxicated to drive safely. This initiative is part of a strategy to balance the stimulation of the economy through extended nightlife hours with public health safety. Starting December 15th, alcohol sales in certain areas of Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chonburi, and Phuket will be allowed until 4 a.m. This proposal addresses concerns about increased road accidents due to drunk driving. Under the 2008 Alcoholic Beverages Control Act, establishments would be mandated to conduct breathalyzer tests and prevent customers with a blood alcohol content over 0.05 from driving. Additionally, the ministry is considering enforcing nightlife venues to provide appropriate transportation for their patrons, with details on penalties for non-compliance still to be determined. Yeah, this is a big issue. Drunk driving is a big issue pretty much everywhere in the world where we like to have fun late at night. So, yeah, making sure that these places, these nightlife places, have a steady flow of, taxis, grab drivers, things like that, to make sure that it's convenient and easy for people who may have driven to the club to want to leave their car there. Because that's often the consideration people make. Oh, I'm not that drunk. I can take the drive home. And then, bam, you're on the news. So I think this is a good policy. We don't want people driving drunk. I think it's definitely, there are problem areas, right? There are areas where this is more likely to happen. So targeting those areas for the beginning, probably a good idea as well. Don't drink and drive, guys. All right, now let's take it on to our last story. I like to leave you with some fun ones. So a Friendly Fang has left a massive tip for his Thai taxi driver. So in an unbelievable turn of events, a Thai taxi driver hit an unexpected jackpot when a foreign passenger, possibly with a shaky grasp on currency conversion, handed him two 500 euro notes for a fare that barely scratched 677 baht. The driver, sharing his tale on the Thailand Taxi Drivers Facebook group, must have felt like he won the lottery, with the euros translating to a hefty 37,000 baht. Adding to the comedy, this accidental high roller, in a rush to switch airports from Don Mueang to Suvarnabhumi, promised a special payment for a speedy transfer. Social media detectives raised eyebrows over the rare and out-of-circulation 500 euro notes, but our lucky cabbie confirmed their authenticity, even showcasing a slip for converting the windfall. There's speculation that the passenger might have thought he was handing over a couple of 500 baht notes, making this mix-up an extraordinary and lucrative tip. In the end, the driver's meter may have run as usual, but his luck certainly did not. Lucky him. Yeah, I'm hoping that was a genuine tip and not an accident for that poor Farang who was confused about which airport he was supposed to go to. But good on this taxi driver for getting him from point A to point B in time. Could have been on purpose. In any case, that taxi driver has made a buttload of money. Yeah, his tale is bringing smiles to taxi drivers around Thailand. All right, guys, that'll do it for our updates for our stories today. Check thetiger.com for more news, and we will be with our members on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and with all of our subscribers again on Friday. Until then, I will be chatting with our subscribers here in the comments right now. All right, guys, how's everybody doing? Let's see who's in the chat today. Mojo is Thaiger Elite. What up, dude? John D, Larry, hold on, let me say everybody's name. Scott D, who else we got? I saw some other names in here. Mojo, Larry, cool. Hi, everybody. Wow, active chat today. So, what happened? Let's see. Hello from Chicago. Empire Strikes Back is being shown on ABC. They don't make Star Wars like they used to, Scott. Read about the Earth activity in the area. What's going on? I've learned to never doubt the power of the Force. Fun. All right. What's Mojo doing? I live about 40 miles away and felt like a car crash. Oh, you had an earthquake in Iceland. What happened? Hold on, let me take a look at that. Iceland earthquake. Everybody okay? I know Mojo's okay. I never expect Mojo to actually have anything happen to him. He'll survive anything nature throws at him. 5.1 magnitude. Yeah, near Reykjavik. Wow, crazy, man. Hopefully you're okay. Hopefully everybody's okay. Yeah, now we got to worry about lava up there. Iceland seems a little too crazy for me. All right, well, cool. That's some big news. Now, here in the USA, we are waiting for the super volcano in Yellowstone National Park. That is absolutely true, Larry. I've been horrified about that ever since I learned about it. Like, wait, what's a super volcano? Oh, it's something that can explode and eliminate all life on the planet. How often does it happen? Whenever. And we're overdue. So, yeah. Good luck, America. That's part of the reason why I live on the other side of the world. I got a better chance over here. What else? Lucky God. Whoa, crazy. You guys are getting deep into your earthquake lore over here. All right, now let me see what you said about the stories. Yeah, John, please come and hassle me. We love seeing our members, all of you guys, whenever you come. I've met every single one that's come here so far. Bring a neck tattoo, just like Mojo did, just right there on the throat. If you really want to impress me, that's how you got to do it, okay, John? So bring your A game, step it up. All right. Yeah, speaking of which, Mojo says, I always get a new tattoo when he goes back to BKK. So, yeah, Mojo, what's your next plan? I want to know what's the next step on your next tattoo. Tell me about it. Bus Stop. What's up, Bus Stop? How you doing in here? Now Larry says something gross. It's cheaper to stimulate something else, Alex. Don't you know it? But yeah, 10,000 baht just going into the pockets of Thai people would be a good idea. The problem with the 10,000 baht scheme is that a lot of people think that the poor people will not be able to set up the digital wallet to actually receive that money. So this begs the question, right? Like, if this is actually for poor people, like if they don't have bank accounts, if they don't have things set up, the infrastructure to get your digital wallet, then that money is not even going to reach them. So I believe that's part of MFP's criticism of the policy. We'll see. I don't know. The implementation, like it's one of those things where like good policies are still good policies even if they're not perfect. So that becomes a question. Like the enemy of good is perfect, right? So I don't know. I'm willing to give it a chance and then wait and see. Let's see, like how corrupt is this policy? Does the money actually make it into the hands of the people that need it? Look, let's implement it first and see if it acts as it's supposed to act, because that is what we're being sold right now. And maybe Puatai will be able to execute it properly, but MFP has its doubts. All right, John, I will be prepared for your journey. Jesus, all caps. Wait, John, when are you getting here again? Hold on, tell me again. I forgot that. My dad is stronger than your dad, says Mocho. My dad smells better, says Larry. Wow, okay, we got a heated comment section this morning. All right, so yeah, like, dude, €1,000 tip, like that's the one thing I worried about. Well, is the €500 purple as well? €500 note. Yes, it is purple. Ah, did this poor Farang like accidentally give two 500 baht or €500 bills instead of 500 baht? That is tough to tell. In any case, that's a happy Thai taxi driver. John. Oh no, dude, December 18th. How long are you staying here? Because I will be gone starting on December 15th. I'm heading back to America for some of Alex's journeys. I have a nephew to meet, some family to see. Christmas holiday time, you know, get into the spirit. So, yeah, I'd love to do it. So, Mojo, March, tattoo and a birthday party. So, I'll see you then, too. All right, John's there for 2 months, so I will see you, John's Journeys. Are you going to be staying in Bangkok, or are you going to be traveling around this lovely land of smiles? It's 2 months. You got to be getting around a little bit. I would recommend you got to do some Chiang Mai. I don't know, but you've been to Thailand plenty of times, I'm sure, so you know what you want to do. But for me, we go to Pattaya tomorrow morning, right, guys? Yeah? And then I go to Phuket Wednesday evening. Then I'm back to Bangkok on Saturday. Then I'm back to Phuket, I think, like a week later. Any more Pattaya? I don't know. We're getting around. Tigers, we're doing some Tiger travels, baby. So stay tuned. We got a lot of fun content on deck. And Topgolf tonight. Woo! So, oh, there's no Clive today. Clive, if you were here, you're supposed to be there too. Bangkok, Phuket in a few weeks, and Malaysia. Oh, nice. Cool. I still haven't been to Malaysia. I've been to Malaysia, Cambodia. I haven't been to Laos. I've been to Bali, but like for a few days. There's a lot of Southeast Asia I still have to do. Spent too much time in China. Time to go see some other places. All right, guys. Anyways, that'll do us for the news today. Thank you, members, for joining. Thank you, subscribers, for joining. We will be back again tomorrow for all of our members. Consider joining if you haven't yet. It's only 200 baht a month. I even pay for it, and I'm sitting here making it, so that feels silly. But yeah, anyways, we'll see you guys soon. Have a good day, guys.